I'm so grateful to speak about the charge of liberating your campus ministry. And the title I've been given is Manna from Heaven. So this comes from Exodus 16. You don't need to turn there. But in verse 4, what we see is the Israelites had left Egypt. They got hungry and they grumbled in the desert. And God, in verse 4, says, I will rain down bread from heaven for you. In verse 31, it says, the people of Israel called the bread manna. It was white like coriander seed and tasted like wafers made with honey. Sounds a lot like pastelitos for my cubanas. And the word manna, it means, what is it? They were in a foreign land, and he gave them foreign food, and they named it, what is it? And we're not talking about picadillo, ropa vieja. I live in Miami. It's 70% Latina. Maybe this is where some of you are in your campus ministries. You've been placed by God in a foreign place, and you're on campus and you think, what is this? Maybe you've studied the Bible with tons of women and haven't quite figured out how to liberate them from the world into the waters of baptism, and you've asked, what is it? What's the key to liberación? Maybe you've asked, what is the key? What is it? What do I need to do to diversify my women's ministry in the campus ministry? All the women in your campus should not look like you. God, what is it? What is the key to liberation? Well, the word to liberate, it means to be set free from imprisonment, slavery, or oppression. And so I just have one practical, and that's to set those on your campuses free. You must become a slave to them. Please write down 1 Corinthians 9:19 to 23. And in verse 19, Paul says, though I am free and belong to no one, I have made myself a slave to everyone to win as many as possible. And I already shared about the demographics of Miami. Our campus is actually 70% Latino, and I had to become a completely different person to win the women on my campus. I'm going to give you some examples of things I had to do. So growing up in an African-American household, if you really love someone, they come over to eat or whatever, right? And you feel like this person is family. And they say, can I have a drink of water? You say, absolutely. The cups are in the cabinet on the left, and you can get water from the fridge. And I quickly learned in a Latin family, you serve everyone who comes over. Some things that were embedded into my core culture were offensive to the culture I was there to win over. And I had to change those things. I learned Spanish. My husband and I took a Spanish class, and I put myself purposely in situations where I was forced to speak it. I would actually visit Marielle. She's a disciple in Miami and Mexico. She's a dual disciple, but Raul's mom, I'd visit with her every week, and she only speaks Spanish. And at times it was challenging. I'd leave and my brain would hurt. Sitting there for an hour just speaking Spanish, but I learned so much. I had to humble myself to the women in my campus ministry and say, how can I be more Latina? And one of those ways was when they would come over and before they'd leave, they'd ask, hey, can I do your dishes? And I'd say, no, it's okay, I'll do my dishes. And I learned quickly I need to say yes. Because at home, that's what they did. They did the dishes. If I'm the mom in the campus ministry, I need to let them do my dishes. So if you're unwilling to change, you will not win those on your campuses. And I want to ask you, what is the one thing you're unwilling to change about yourself? Change it, because you will win the woman on your campus. Sisters, if your ministry is not growing, you must grow in your love for those you are called to save. God is calling you to set the women on your campus free by becoming a slave to them. Let's liberate our campus ministries. Amen.